welcome to eSAX. My name is Jean-Paul Yovanoff, and we're doing some great interviews today. I'm sitting here with Steve Cody, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he does and who he is. So, thank you. Welcome, Steve, to eSAX.
Thank you, sir.
So, why did you come out to eSAX today?
Well, I've been to a couple of other eSAX events,
Okay.
and I'm a lifetime entrepreneur. And when I heard of eSAX, kind of saw what Jared was doing in terms of putting it together and educating, supporting entrepreneurs. I knew back then, and that was, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, I wanted to be a part of it. And so we've come to events, and today is a really big day for us.
Nice. We don't want to spill the beans. We don't want to spill the beans.
We don't want to spill the beans?
No,
okay.
That's up to you.
Well,
I guess that's going to be afterwards anyways,
exactly.
right? So tell us why you're here. Tell us the big surprise that no one else will know.
So we're here to launch our app, Ruckify.
Cool.
So we've been working over a year and a half on this app, and man, it feels really good.
So
really good.
Tell us a little bit about Ruckify and what it does.
So it's an online marketplace. We're the first people to actually do this in the world. So where you can put an umbrella up, an umbrella you own, maybe you own a yacht, maybe you own a helicopter, you can put it up on Ruckify and actually rent it out, and we insure everything. So you're covered for theft, liability, damage, and so anyways, that's so there's a lot of stuff laying around. Millions of people with millions of things. So we want to kind of, and turn that into money for them and give other people the opportunity to save some money.
So how did you come up with the idea? What was the impetus for it?
It was not a kind of a genius thing. It was literally, we had a storm at the house, and I heard somebody out front of the house cutting a tree. The tree had fallen. Went out. It was my neighbor Bruce Linton, which is he's my partner and co-founder. And he said, Steve, he says, I'm cutting your tree, but I can't get the bottom. My blade's not long enough. And we kind of thought, wow, we should know if a neighbor has a chainsaw with a bigger blade. So it kind of started with, if we knew that, then we could kind of finish the job right now. So that's where the idea came from.
It's crazy how simple things like that start these big ideas. So why did you always know you wanted to be an entrepreneur, or is that something you just grew into and realized later on?
Well, when I was in school, my grandfather was saving $10 a month for me to go to university. By the time I got to grade 10, I was $1,200. I'm very dyslexic and had a hard time at school, so I knew that wasn't for me. So I asked my grandfather, I said, look, can I take the $1,200? I know this guy can teach me how to clean windows, and I want to use it to buy a ladder, a squeegee, and a bucket, and whatever I need. And that's kind of how we got started. And that was Cody Window Cleaning, which is still around today. We sold it about 25 years ago, and it's been through 2 ownership groups. But it's the largest window washing company still in Ottawa.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations on just building these companies. And what would you want to impart to a new entrepreneur, or even an entrepreneur who's been around a while? What hurdles have you tried to get over?
I think when you decide to be an entrepreneur, you kind of have to accept your main job as a problem solver. You have to look at the glass half full all the time. So you gotta just deal with the problems, but always kind of pursue the positive things. And I think, it depends what you want out of entrepreneurship, but I think the biggest thing is just to never give up. You always find a way. There's always a way if you try hard enough. You gotta work hard.
It's great advice, and that's fantastic that you've come here and been able to. You're going to impart some wisdom tonight, because I believe you're on a fireside chat with Brett Wilson and Bruce Linton.
Yep.
So that's going to be fantastic.
That's amazing. Like for an entrepreneur like me, that to be sitting with these two guys, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't get any better than that, right?
It's funny how you say that. Like you're like, I'm sitting with these guys. Well, the rest of us in the audience are going, I want to sit and watch Steve Cody as well.
No, I'm more impressed with I'd be coming to watch them, not me.
That's awesome. That's a fantastic thing. What has been one of the greatest things you've created or built? Not just from an economic sense, but maybe from a social sense. Because that seems to be a trend nowadays with entrepreneurship, with the social aspect. What do you think about that, and how do you?
Well, I think I've got two answers. So I've got on a personal side what I've done, and then from a business side.
Sure.
So from a personal standpoint, we lost a son to drugs in 2013. So my wife and I started Say No for Nick Foundation, and we're very, very involved in terms of bringing education and awareness to opioids and fentanyl to everybody. So that's a really important thing for us. On the business side, with Rockify, we plant a tree every time somebody does a transaction in the app. And the reason we do that is to signify the power that Rockify has in terms of having a positive impact in the environment. And what I mean is, if you think about an RV, there's over 1 million of them in Canada, which kind of, 1 million's a lot of RVs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of steel, that's a lot of tires. They're utilized an average of 4% of the time, 14 days out of the year.
Yeah.
So if we can get people sharing those, that'll mean less people are actually going to be buying them. And you know, just that's an RV. You know, think about umbrellas, think about canoes. So the trees are really for us to signify the impact that we're having on the environment, and it feels really good.
That is, that's a fantastic thing, and honestly, that's the type of business I've been trying to strive towards. So thank you for showing that you can do that sort of thing and be a success as well.
Yeah. Well, it feels really good, and the team loves it. Yeah, it's like, it's not a, you know, when we started it, there was maybe a marketing angle to it. Not at all. Now it's a mission for us. We want to plant 10 million trees. We hope to have that done in 3 years. And that's what we're striving. Then we're going to work on the oceans, do something with the ocean. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Steve, for speaking with us. I'd love to leave it on that note. That
Awesome.
high note. So everybody, this is John Paul Yovanoff here at eSAX with Steve Cody. Thank you everybody for listening. Again, thank you for Steve for coming out
sir.
today.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.